What's up, it's Auto Handles, and in today's video, we're going to be grading the Spurs signing Chris Paul. Before we can get into the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Let's begin. The San Antonio Spurs kicked off the 2024 season with a competitive opening half against the Dallas Mavericks, but the season Mavericks ultimately came out on top, winning 120-109. This game showcased the talent gap and highlighted areas where the Spurs need growth if they hope to make their playoff drought end. However, one of the standout moments was the debut of veteran Chris Paul in a Spurs jersey, who is currently on a one-year $11 million deal. Despite scoring only 3 points on a rough shooting night as he went 1 for 6 from the field, Paul's influence was unmistakable. He brought a steady structured presence to the Spurs offense, which had been one of the team's weakest aspects in recent seasons. Paul set up his teammates with 8 assists and grabbed 7 rebounds to help his team control the flow of the game. The difference was clear whenever Paul stepped off the court. Without him, the Spurs often appeared rushed, and turnovers increased as the team lost its rhythm and structure. Paul's calm, methodical approach during pick and rolls brought much-needed stability, giving younger players an example of high IQ playmaking and floor awareness. I'm excited to see what the pick and roll can look like with him and Wemby. I think it's going to be unstoppable and one of the main approaches that the Spurs take. And with the extra muscle Wemby put on this offseason, weighing in at 235, 25 pounds up from his rookie season, this adds even more potential for this duo. And NBA fans knew that at some point Wemby was going to have to bulk up, because gaining weight is essential for his 7'3" frame to withstand the grind of the NBA. Wemby's focus on off-court preparation, continued with his physical growth, mirrors the early journey of Giannis, whose transformation in the NBA helped him dominate. Wemby's dedication to his craft has positioned him well to continue elevating his game on both sides of the floor. And with a floor general like CP3, Wemby's potential just elevated. I don't think that this Spurs team is going to be very competitive this season, but at the minimum, I think Chris Paul can give Wemby the experience of playing with a pass-first guard and how to operate with a high-level guard such as himself. So when young guards like Trey Jones and Stephon Castle develop, Wemby will be in the right position to convert on the reads they make. Speaking of these young guards, I'm curious about the role Chris Paul can play in Stephon Castle's development. In high school, Castle was his team's offensive engine. He filled the shoes of a point guard, and he was a legitimate one for Newt in high school. Obviously, when he got to college, he transitioned to more of a defensive-minded off-ball wing player. And now that he is no longer with UConn, I like to see what he is capable of when he's running the one. Castle, standing at 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan, has the physical attributes that would allow him to wreak havoc on the offensive end, and on the defensive end specifically. At UConn, he was one of the strongest defenders in the Big East Conference, and this defense allowed him to gain experience as a playmaker in transition. Stephon Castle was forced to make the right read at high speeds after getting steals, and this is something Chris Paul excels at. Over the span of CP3's career, he's averaged 2 steals a game, and he knows how to convert defensive efforts into points on the board. Because of this, I give the Spurs acquiring Chris Paul a B+. I don't expect anything crazy from Paul, just solid play and valuable mentorship. For just that, the Spurs made the right decision. But what do you think? What type of season are the Spurs going to have this year? Do you expect them to make a playoff run? Tell me in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.